'Tis the season to be jolly, and nobody brings a barrel of laughs and a sleigh full of satire better than God's comic, Brad Stine.
Don't have to argue my opinion anymore. I just get to make up offensive. You know what offends me? Offended people.
He's an author, an actor, and a master of parody. So funny, he can even make a liberal laugh. The funny guy, Brad Stine.
Well, I am excited to be here. This is what I have been waiting for. I remember when I started out in this business, when I was trying to make a go of this thing, this comedy thing, I said, Lord, someday London, Paris, New York. He said, no. Tulsa. I think it's official, my career has peaked. Oklahoma, I am here. Your prayers have been answered. I love Oklahoma. I'm going to tell you why, because this is about the most Midwest make it happen remembrance of what made America great. People, when all the other states aren't sure how to color everything in red, they just look at you. Not a speck of blue. You guys aren't messing around, man. I'll tell you why I love Oklahoma, because you remember who we were. You remember that pull yourself up by your own bootstraps Americana that made us strong, healthy, vibrant. And here's why I love you people, because you hunt, you fish, and you don't apologize for it, baby. This is America. I am sick up to here with the political correct. Don't shoot the animals. They might get their feelings hurt. This is Oklahoma. You don't even pretend to be animal rights activists. You people see the bunny, shoot it, eat it, make a hat. It's like, that's a cute bunny. Yeah, that sure was a cute bunny. You had a snake? Nope, that's a boot right there. Put it on. That's America. You shoot it, heat it, you got a head left over, hang it on your wall. Because we had to be self-sufficient. Americans were about free agency. We had to be able to take care of ourselves. We are a republic, a self-government group. We aren't here to have the government give us things. We are here to become the best we can be under circumstances. But how do you do it? How do you get there? What did the founders say? Have to be religious people. That's what they said. All the founders said you gotta be religious. You know that, right? She's giving me a yep. Yep. That's good. Are you from the South? Because that's like a complete sentence down south, right? Yep. Somewhere there's a dog going, where's that coming from? What is that? What do you do? Are you part of this group here, ma'am? What do you do? You're his wife. Wow. Well, somebody has learned about being a servant to her. She has taken that New Testament literally, for God's sake. Well done. You've trained her well, sir. What do you do for a living? Look at that. I just collect wives. That's all I do. How many you got? You got 5? Okay, good to have the LDS represented here tonight with us. God bless you. I'll tell you about what it means. I'm going to tell you what it means to be American. You must be someone who has a moral compass inside of yourself. Only comes from the change of your heart, which means you are religious people. And of course, in America, Christians. And that's what I love about Oklahoma. You still go to church. Ma'am, it gets better, I swear. It gets a lot better. If you would just give me 2 more minutes, you're going to love it. Please. Come on over. Bring a catheter next time. It'll save you some time. Telling you right, all the other women are going, I'm going to be good for about 20 minutes. I want you to know that you people go to church. That's what is crucial. That's the moral foundation. But here's what I love about Oklahoma. Not only you go to church, when you go, you're packing. So that right there. That has got to make your altar calls a lot more effective, doesn't it? No wonder there's so many churches there. Would you like to accept Jesus as your Savior? I don't know. I would. I'd like to do that. I would have done it last week, but it was an Episcopalian church. They never asked. Anyways, Ooh, oh my gosh, he's taking on heretics now. He's taking on heretics. All the people are getting, she's scared to death. This guy's like, look straight ahead, he won't talk to us. What is he doing to Margaret? Let him have her. I think I found wife number 6 for you right over here, sir. What does it mean to be an Oklahoman? It means to be able to understand that you take care of your neighbors, of yourselves, that you are a family, that you're a community. And you had to be that way because the states are unique. That's what makes us what we are, United States. Each state is kind of like its own country, its own governors, its own infrastructure, its own ability to make wealth, share wealth, right? And here's the best news of all. We chose to come together. We chose to be united. And the greatest news is we're going to have a super small federal government. Oops. You see, every idea has consequences. No matter what it is, it has a consequence. And this is the key. And so when I was here, I was experimenting in the whole Oklahoma experience. I was driving up and down your freeways. And I think I discovered the biggest waste of taxpayer money in Oklahoma. It is that naive but optimistic investment in speed limit signs. Clearly, they are not working. Why waste the paint? All I ever saw was speed. That's all I saw. He was just... And I'm an idiot. I'm not from here. I'm not from Oklahoma. I didn't know what I was doing. I made a huge mistake. Without asking permission, accidentally, I merged into the left lane. I see every one of these guys are going, was that you? Because clearly, this is my point, there is no limit to the speed in Oklahoma, and I didn't know what I was doing. Merged in, made a mistake, had a guy in his big Oklahoma truck right on top of me. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. What did I do wrong? He had 2 kids in the back seat in car seats. Apparently, this was a teaching moment. Kid, look at this idiot. He's going like 80 in a 80. Did you hear what I'm talking about? There was a time when this nation was created by people who took care of each other. Now, we get angry at people for obeying the law. Same man that would get angry if he got pulled over for speeding if the cop was hiding. Hey, where were you behind that bush? That's not fair. You're supposed to be out in the open so I can slow down before I pass you. Because Oklahoma has its own flavor. That's what's so beautiful about the United States. It's formed by different people that immigrated here on purpose, wanted to be part of our country, wanted to assemble themselves here by assimilating. That's what it means. We always loved our immigrants. This country would not be great without them. But they came on purpose, and they came to become part of us, brought the best of their culture, and then melted. That takes discipline. And yet, why wouldn't they? You want to know if your country is great or not? Do people want in or do they want out? I haven't heard about any problems where they're digging holes, sneaking into North Korea. Anybody heard about that one? Huh? Anybody heard about the coyotes putting them in vans and getting them into Saudi Arabia so the women can learn how to drive with a mask on? I don't mind what's happened to this nation. Here we sit, and I'm driving around, and I think I counted like 12 deer crossing signs. Which is ironic because I counted 13 dead deer. So that right there. Once again, apparently the deer are taking these signs literally. And they don't work. They never make it. Maybe you should help them out. Don't just call it deer tried crossing. Maybe we should do that. Deer took a shot. Deer made an attempt, but no, they're just wiped out on the side of the road. It's always the little ones too. It's always these innocent ones, right? The little mama dead, baby dead ones, or mama fawn, or wait, what's the baby called? What's the baby called? Fawn. What's the girl deer? So, doe's a deer? A female deer? Easy, you guys are easy. You know, you never see on the side of the road a 10-point buck. You know why? Because a 10-point buck learns to send his family out first. That's how you get 10 points. Hey, babe, it says deer crossing. Give it a shot. All right, son, let's go a little bit further down. No signs here. I think you'll be safe. I'm sticking on this side. Gonna need a new family next season. Why? Because deer are everywhere here. I don't know. I'm not used to that. See, that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. You have this pioneer spirit that we have to have if this nation will remain. See, I learned to drive in Los Angeles, California. People think LA's hard. LA's easy. 8 million miles of freeways, one sign, maximum speed, 65. Good luck. Go! Not in Oklahoma. You have way too many signs in the freeways. And they were never helpful signs. They're always warning me about something that's about to go wrong. Weird phenomenon I didn't know still happened in the 21st century. You're used to it, though. That's my point. You've adapted. I'm not used to a sign warning me about an animal that might leap out. Ah! Get a zoo, for crying out loud. First time I saw deer cross, I'm like, why do you let them on? If you have deer jumping out on the road, let's not put up a sign, let's put up a wall. Dig a moat, get a stun gun. You invented barbed wire, use it. You got deer jumping out on the road, you act like that's normal. That's normal if you live in a cartoon. What do? Jump out in top hats? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Ah! And see deer in Oklahoma. Then you have all the cold weather signs written in some cryptic shorthand. Apparently only you people can decipher. Bridge, ice is before road. I'm like, okay. What do I do? Where's the rest of the information? You're all past me. I got heat on, snowshoes, a walrus. Help me! The bridge is going to do something. Look out for deer. My favorite one, watch out for tractors. I'm no farmer, but don't they have like a designated, I don't know, field they're supposed to be in? Oklahoma farmers just run wild periodically. Party! Hey, Clem, grab a combine. Let's go on the freeway. Woo, slow her down. Got this baby up to 3. Let's go race the Amish. Come on. That's right. When all else fails, make fun of the Amish. Why? Because they have no electronic recording equipment to prove I said anything. If they did, they couldn't plug it in. You want to know you're going slow? The Amish guy behind you is going, come on! Why? Because you're Oklahomanites. You're unique people. You're special people. You even gave me a special sign. This is what I love about you folks. What I like about you guys, if you can't figure out how to fix it, you just put a sign up. No, you gave me a brand new one. I'm driving down the road to see a sign that says, bump. She said, bump, with an arrow, show me where the bump's going to be. Now, I'm no professional when it comes to the best use of county funds for road repair, but I'm thinking, if you got enough money to build a bump sign, you got enough money laying around to hire guys to install a bump sign. Here's an idea. Fix the bump! Maybe it's time to take money out of the bump sign slush fund and apply it to the bump repair pork barrel legislation they're trying to jam through Congress. Why? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Why? It's too fast, too quick. What do I mean by that? Because a sign has a purpose. A sign is supposed to warn you about what could happen so you can avoid it. That's where we get the term sign of the times. Ma'am, am I bothering you? I know you're on your phone. I hope I'm not being too loud. I'm not too loud then. Okay, and I'm not distracting you from your text. Yeah, I'm going to be here once a year, but no, just jump right in there. That phone won't last much longer. Look at all these people going, this guy is hardcore, man. Holy smoke. We're city elders. He can't speak to us like that. I'm just joking with you. You're the one that walked out halfway through my show anyways. At this point, you're a lost cause, is what I'm getting at. She's walking out, she's looking on the phone. Next thing I know, she's like going, I think I'm at the wrong place. There's a white guy yelling at me. This doesn't make sense. What am I saying? Bump, sign, don't work. By the time you see it, you're already there. Here's how it works, bump. I don't like that. I don't know what's next. I don't want to be going 90 scene, giant hole. Ah! Bunch of Oklahomans in red vests. What's the problem? We put up a sign. At least you missed the bump. Woo! Hey, hand me that Amish guy. He's been down there a week and a half. I think he's eating his horse. Why do I say that? I say that because I appreciate that you guys are unique. Oklahoma has its unique flavor, its unique way of doing things. Not everybody gets that. The Founding Fathers were geniuses. Why? Because they tried to create something that had never been done before, a constitutional republic. Think of this, the first nation in human history built on a creed, an idea, and we made it happen. We really did it. It wasn't easy, lots of problems, lots of mistakes, lots of people paid and suffered for it. Innocent people, good people. You know why? Because this country's filled with humans. And every one of them are sinners. Here's the good news about the Bible. It tells us that. There's none righteous, no, not one. That means when I screw up as a Christian, they go, oh, you're just a bunch of hypocrites. I said, no, we're consistent. The Bible guaranteed that I would fail at being the man I want to be. Guaranteed it. Here's what it did that no other religion ever did. It redeemed me from that. What? God says, I'll do it for you. Clapter, clap, clap, clap. Nothing from the heathens over here. This entire group is here on a work release program of some kind. They're all checking their ankle bracelets when they can go home. They're all looking at me, this is Oklahoma, we don't do ankle bracelets, we just shoot them. That's all we did. Put up with that nonsense. Now, what do I mean? We got to have a sign of a time. We have to look at what's happened. We have to see where we're at. And more importantly, you have to act on it. Act on it. You want to see how bad you're doing at Christianity? Read James. The entire book is saying, I'm glad you accepted Christ, but I don't see any fruit. I don't think you're one of us. Holy smoke. You better get back to reading your phone, ma'am. You're going to get convicted. She's probably the first time here going, I'm never coming to one of these stinking meetings again. People are mean. But here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. I want you to understand something. I do not worship the United States of America. I worship God Almighty. But I am grateful for the greatest nation the world has ever seen. And it's worth fighting for. What else are you doing here? So here we sit. We have a new administration coming in. We don't know what's going to happen. They're not going to give it up without a fight. You think there's not going to be a battle at hand? You think that they're not going to come back with 7 demons more worse than what we had? We're just getting started. Buckle up. But we have been given a reprieve. Why don't we think of this as the Third Great Awakening? Why don't we see this as the Peasants' Revolt? Why don't we see this as an opportunity for to re-remembering what it meant to be an American? Why don't we try to do it again, but this time we're not screwing around? Yeah, 3 claps, and the other people are like, what if somebody gets offended? What if somebody's here that doesn't believe in this nation? It's simple. They should find another one. Go find that utopia and move in. Go find that utopia. But here's the thing. We're here. Nobody's got a gun to our head. We're still free, folks. And it's coming up with Christmas. How are you feeling tonight? That's all I want to know. How are... Yes. See? Optimism. You're looking good. And by the way, if you weren't looking good, I'd lie. I'd lie. You know why? Because if I didn't, I'd hurt your feelings. And if you haven't learned anything, for the last 20 years, this nation has been ruled by lies and feelings. Lies and feelings. And there's nothing you gotta lie more about than how somebody feels about themselves. Whatever I feel about myself is true. Not my subjective opinion, not my point of view. It's true. That's why I said if you weren't looking good, I'd lie, because the truth is, I did. No, just by odds itself, in any giant group of people, most people are looking good. A couple people could use some work. That's all I'm saying. But I see your faces. I see your faces. He's not being very polite. No, I'm not. You know why? Because what I've learned is this. Politeness is a fancy word for lying. It's a fancy word for obscuring the truth for somebody's feelings. I got a flash for you. When you obscure the truth from somebody's feelings, you are negating their opportunity to find true north. People use my virtues against me. You Christians aren't supposed to offend people. I'm like, well, then you know nothing of my religion. We're not allowed to maliciously offend you. Not allowed to think I'm better than you. I'm not. Not allowed to think God likes me more. He doesn't. Not allowed to think I'm superior. I'm not. Trust me, folks, the only reason I'm a Christian, it's the only religion that would have me. I tried to join the other guys. Can I join you? No bacon. I'm out. I'm out. What kind of God would deny me a BLT? I am gone. But if the truth offends you, that's your problem. The truth is supposed to offend you. That's how you know you don't have it. That's what it's for. In the Christian world, it's called conviction. In the secular world, it's called your conscience. God leaves no one innocent. Everybody knows when it's going sideways. And lying is what has killed this nation for too long. Lying about sexual behavior, lying about divorce and marriage, lying about how we should treat each other, lying about what God expects from us morality, lying about it because we don't want people to feel bad about themselves. Are you kidding me? You're going to love these people right to hell. Yeah. Enough's enough. You either believe in Jesus or you don't. But I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you how I can tell. Your fruit. I'll either see it or I won't, folks. And trust me, I'm taking this with fear and trembling. But all of you are liars. Every one of you. Look at these guys. We are Christians. We would never lie. Really? So then what did you do when you were introduced to that ugly baby? And don't act like it didn't happen. Don't act like you didn't have that awkward experience where mom and dad, proud mom and dad, show you that little baby monkey face. Don't tell me you haven't been there. That horrific moment where you don't know what to do. Here's our baby. He is so she. She is so. You lie. And we do it by trying to do it with some kind of legitimacy. We try to lie with some type of sophistication. Philosophically, I heard a woman tell me this. Well, all babies are beautiful on the inside. That's what she said. All babies are beautiful on the inside. And that's true. All babies are beautiful on the inside. The problem is their parents bring them outside. Then I got to start lying. Had a Christian woman try to use it against me. God doesn't make ugly babies. That's how she said it. God doesn't make ugly babies. And that's true. God doesn't make ugly babies. You do. But here's the beautiful thing about it. It's the word that bothers us. The word ugly. Here's the key. And it only comes from the Christian construct. It only comes from the Christian construct. We're all made in God's image. Thus, the way we appear has never been the issue. It's how you treat people who appear different than you. That means that ugly has never been about how somebody looks. It's how you treat people different than you. Ugly's always been about you. Because we've all known attractive people that got ugly real fast. And we've known unattractive people that got beautiful because they were so kind and sweet. That's the key. The secret is the soul. That's all I'm getting at. But ugly makes people upset because they don't like the word. And you know what the progressives have taught us? We can't fix people. You know what we can change? Words. If you change the words, you change the people. Oh, yeah, there's no ugly. That's a terrible word. We need something else. She's not ugly. She's facially flawed. Uncute. That's all. Uncute. Oh, she's just attractively lacking. That's all it is. See, that's what the thing that makes me so fascinated about the progressive. Notice this. It's so important that you see the truth in this. They can't change people. They change words. Why? Whoever controls the words of a people control the people. Because if I control your words, I control your behavior, I control your thoughts, I control how you can move forward in culture, and I literally control your autonomy. That's why you must speak words at all times. But we change them. They think it's better. We used to have handicap. Now we have differently abled. We used to have blind. Now we have visually impaired. We used to have liberal. Now we have lunatic. See, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole... But here's my point, folks. Here's my point. As a Christian man, when somebody gets saved, when somebody gets better, when somebody gets healed, there's a testimony. So all I'm saying to the progressive is this: prove your point. If you change the word, where are the testimonies? Yes, I lost both of my feet in a combine accident and became handicapped. I thought my life was over. But now that I'm differently abled, I'm shopping for socks. Back when I was blind, I didn't think that my life had any meaning. But now that I'm visually impaired, I got my pilot's license. I think United's hiring. Yeah, they said they were going to do diversity hires. They want, within 10 years, they want half of their pilots to be marginalized people or women, which means they have to lower the standards. Oh, we got a lot of people here who don't live in reality. Okay. You can all you want, but it's true. Whoever has a merit to be better at something used to be the ones that got hired. That's how the game worked. See, we've lost this idea. Why? Because we've got new words, new ideas. We've got a superpower that never used to exist, the identifier. This is a power that never existed before, but it's more powerful than anything that's ever existed. However I identify becomes true. What we now call identify, we used to call plain pretend. And here's the difference. When I was a kid, I used to play pretend, but the good news was, when I finished playing, it went away. Not now. Not now. Now, if you pretend, apparently, you become the thing. Now, I tell you that because there's a lot at stake now. You see, when I was a kid, I used to play, and this is perfect for Oklahoma, I used to play Cowboys and Indians. And guess what I chose to be every time? No, Indian. You know why? They were the coolest. They could ride the best horse riders without a saddle. They could shoot bows and arrows underneath the horse if they needed to protect themselves. They were warriors. Why do you think they made logos out of these people? They were warriors. I wouldn't want to do it now. I'd be stuck. Think of the ramifications. I finished playing. I want to go home. I can't. The white man has stolen my land. Plus, I'm an alcoholic. I didn't see that coming. But then again, good news is I have a casino, so I can afford counseling. Here's the thing, though. I want you to explain something about yourself right now. Some of you right now, hold on to this, hang on to this as tightly as you can. Some of you were uncomfortable with the three things I just said about Native Americans. It made you uncomfortable, and some of you had the audacity to think it was racist. Racist. Now you know why we've lost America, because you live in a lie. You don't have any idea what it means to have the Holy Spirit tell you what to do. You had a culture teach you how to do it, and that culture happens to hate your faith. What do I mean by that? I just said three things that are true. There were treaties that were broken, as you know, in Oklahoma more than any place with the American government and the Native Americans. They have the highest rate of alcoholism of all ethnicities, and they have casinos. I made three statements about a people that was using irony to find humor in seeking truth about people that have suffered and yet have also done well for themselves. Three true statements. And you are uncomfortable with the truth. And you call yourself a Christian. Now you know why we're failing. When we needed you to speak up, Everything is at stake now. I do not know if he's going to pull off half the things he said he's going to. I don't know how he's going to do it, frankly, with all of these rhinos and these Judas Republicans. They're all corrupt if you haven't figured it out. All of them. Democrats are demonic. They want to butcher and mutilate your children. They're proud of it. They even applaud abortion. But guess what? I'll take them any day because I know what a demon is and I know how to fight one. But when you tell me you're on my side and you're going to check and balance when I need you because I gave you my sacred vote, and then you go there and turn on me, that's Judas, and that's a lot deeper form of hell than a demon. Yeah, go ahead and clap. Laugh while it's legal, folks. Why do I say these things? Because it matters. Because there's no more time for cowards. This nation was built on people that literally sacrificed their names, their reputations, their sacred honor. It wasn't a myth. It wasn't a metaphor. It wasn't hyperbole. They were people just like you and me sitting around going, are you going to take up a musket too? And they did it. Not you, not me, them. Okay, America, listen. It's your turn. We don't need any more Memorial Days saying how wonderful the soldiers were, and they should be given great accolades. If you were a serviceman or woman, God bless you. But why are we always waiting for somebody else's son, daughter, mom, or dad to go do all the dirty work? It's your turn, Christian. If you're not willing to die for this country, you don't deserve it. If you aren't willing to die for Jesus, I would reckon you're not one of his. God told me there's way too many churchgoers in this nation, not enough Christians. Amen. You know why? Because we were never called to be a Christian. Ever. We were called to be a disciple. A disciple takes discipline. And discipline is hard because we don't want to give anything up. We don't want to sacrifice. We have been taught a Christianity in America that says it costs you nothing. And in fact, it costs you everything. There can no longer be bow your head, close your eyes. Nobody's looking around. Raise your hand if you want to accept Christ because we don't want to embarrass you. Yeah, talk to an Iranian Christian. Talk to an Egyptian, Syrian, Libyan, Algerian, Pakistan, Turkey, Morocco, China, North Korea, Haiti, Cuba, Indonesia, Vietnam. Talk to Somalia, Uganda. Talk to them. They'll give it all away because they actually believe Jesus is God. How do we know? Because they don't compromise. I'm here to tell you, as sure as I sit here, I do not know why God, how bad things have gotten. He has to choose a comedian to tell his story and to sound the clarion call. I'm here to tell you, there's no more time for pretending to be a Christian and talking and speaking and lip service. You will be weeded out. Yeah, clap. Clap while you can. I don't say that with any glee, and as I said, I put myself in the same category. Every dang day I'm looking at myself, Lord God, am I doing it right? Am I nailing it right? Are you speaking through me? Do I get out of the way of myself so that you can do the hard work? Am I becoming a disciple, and am I willing to die if necessary? That's what is finally at stake for us. And guess what? Every place that has ever accepted that term of Christianity has thrived, and that's when people start living the supernatural naturally. We haven't even begun to see what Christianity can do with this nation. We haven't even begun. Why in the world shouldn't the third great awakening come from Oklahoma, for crying out loud? You've got a head start on so many of the rest of the states. Why shouldn't it happen here? Why shouldn't the pastor stand up finally and say, here's what God says about sex, Here's what he says about marriage. Here's what he says about divorce. Here's what he says about mutilation. Here's what he says about abortion. And I will not apologize for it. Folks, if America is going to be strong, we are going to have to finally live like this is real. Tell everybody we know that Jesus is God and be prepared to take it to the finish line. Get all in because God wins every time. Join him.